Good morning, Pastor Brian here. Thank you for joining me today as we read a psalm a day throughout the book of Psalms. Today we'll be reading Psalm 83 together. I'll be reading from the Common English Bible as I do each time we do these studies together. Let's read Psalm 83. God, don't be silent. Don't be quiet or sit still, God, because look, your enemies are growling. Those who hate you are acting arrogantly. They concoct crafty plans against your own people. They plot against the people you favor. Come on, they say. Let's wipe them out as a nation. Let the name Israel be remembered no more. They plot with a single-minded heart. They make a covenant against you. They are the clans of Edom and the Ishmaelites, Moab and the Hagrites, Gebal, Ammon, Amalek, Philistia, along with the citizens of Tyre. Assyria too has joined them. They are the strong arm for Lot's children. Do to them what you did to Midian, to Sisera, and to Jabin at the Kishon River. They were destroyed at Endor. They became fertilizer for the ground. Make their officials like Oreb and Zeb, all their princes like Zebah and Zalmunna. Those who said, let's take God's pastures for ourselves. My God, make them like tumbleweeds, like chaff blown by wind. Like a fire consumes a forest, just like flames set mountains ablaze, pursue them with your storm. Terrify them with your hurricane. Cover their faces with shame, Lord, so that they might seek your name. Let them be shamed and terrified forever. Let them die in disgrace. Let them know that your name, is the Lord. You alone are most high over all the earth. Well, that's the end of Psalm 83. And as I was looking at this psalm, the first thing that I noticed was that as a part of the little subtitle there, it says that it's a song. And then the entire song is focused on God taking out and using God's power to take out the enemy nations that are all around them. So I find that interesting. I tend to focus more on music that is positive and uplifting the majority of the time. So it's just kind of interesting seeing that this was a song that might have been sung by the congregation of Israel. But at the same time, I understand that this was their promised land, and that these were nations that are trying to encroach upon their land, try to take over their land. And, we even have the name Assyria mentioned, which it plays a big part in the history of Israel. And we also see the Ishmaelites, which comes from Ishmael all the way back to the story of Abraham. So we just see all of these people in which there is tension and dislike, obviously. And I just think that, maybe we don't necessarily, as people of faith, dislike other nations, but I do think that we have those moments in which we have difficulties with other peoples or other groups, and maybe this is a good thing that they're putting it in God's hands and not their own hands. I think oftentimes we want to be able to put things into our own hands, even those things like revenge and anger and hatred, and I think God invites us to put them up into God's hands. And so, like I said, maybe it's a good thing that they are inviting God to be in charge of that instead of rushing off into battle. So, what did you hear? What did you like? What didn't you like? What stuck out to you? Write it down, share it with a friend, share it with us. Take care of yourselves, stay safe, and God bless.